Hi everyone, Larissa here, Happiness Archaeologist. I've got here my Doterra Bamboo Double Drawer, wonderful, lovely box. And as the drawer came sort of disassembled this time, I thought perhaps it would be helpful to see how this is done. I looked for videos, couldn't really find any, and I had to try a couple different times because these pieces go into these pieces and they fit in here pretty snugly. So even when, at least for the other drawer, when I'm trying to get them in, you know, you kind of have to like go like this and then like this. So there's a couple of little things, and I didn't know if it mattered if these went on the bottom, because these fit in much more easily. These, not so much. So I wasn't sure which is best to go on bottom, if it matters at all. And I tried building it outside the box and, like, you know, trying to hold the pieces while I flipped it over and got them in. That didn't work. So it seems like the best way is to build it in the drawer. So I'm going to try that. Also, I'm realizing there's some, like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's something here that's kind of, I don't know. I might have to call them about that. It's like a piece kind of lifting. Could probably cause slivers or something. Oh, it looks like that's where there's a nail or something. Maybe a staple. So anyway, let's get to this. So as far as I could tell from the last time, it seemed like putting one in and getting these in worked. Or was it this way? I can't recall how I did it now. I think it was getting one piece with all of these in. And yep, and then I could put these in after because these fit in so much more easily. So getting the small ones situated was the issue. This time I'm going to try getting them all in first and then sliding them perhaps. It does take a bit of finagling. This one is going in a little bit easier than the last time, so that's a plus. So now I'm going to line them up here. Here. Then the other thing is they don't stay in there, so then they start falling down like that. So a lot of times I was watching one video that talked about a bamboo box, and she was kind of just rambling a bit about nothing to do with a box. And I was like, oh, I want to make a video that's much more concise, although being concise is not in my nature. I like to ramble too. But when I'm watching videos, especially on how to do things, I find I don't enjoy, you know, I like to get to the point in those cases. So, tempting to do that here, but it takes a little bit to get these situated. Oh dear. These keep falling. Maybe I should just, I don't even know here. Don't know if there's a better way to do this. I'm just knowing how I can do it. Ugh. Get one up and two fall down. Okay, so those are in. Those are falling. Of course, it's almost like it even went better when no one's watching. The other thing is, some of these, like, are just, I don't know what you'd call it, but like straight up and down. But some of them seem to come in like almost like a V shape. But in the other one drawer, it was these longer ones that were more V-shaped. In this one, it almost seems like the shorter ones are more V-shaped. So you'd think that those were meant to go on top. Let me just verify. Pretty positive. Yeah, the long ones went on top. So I guess it's one of those things, like, of course, when people are watching, it's going to happen that way. All right, let's try this way. anyway, I guess as far as conciseness goes, or speaking about the topic you say your video's about, maybe it's the kind of thing that, like, if you're going to ramble, do it while you're actually building the thing. Like, show how it's done, and then talk, as opposed to just... Wait, alright, I hope this stays. Oh dear. Well, I guess this is a good lesson on, you know, don't expect it to go quickly. Oh, okay. You know what? I wonder if... Oh boy. You know, I'd like to believe everyone else has the same kind of issue, because if I'm the only one, I might feel a little bit silly. Alright, so what if I take a paper, maybe it'd be good to use a different kind of paper that's not as important as this, but... no. Stay in, please. Oh. Nope. Let's see. I wonder if cardboard would be better. Or... Well, if you haven't seen these stickers yet, you can get these stickers with your orders. You'd think it would be a couple dollars, but no, they're not trying to make any money on that. You can put them on the top of your bottles. It helps to identify them from above. Okay, so now this piece is coming off. That's not so pleasant. I don't really want slivers. Okay, so I bet somebody out there knows a better way of doing this. It's like I've got to figure out a way to hold these in. Okay, that's sort of working. Now, if I can just get this in. Okay, so we've got this mostly in. Hopefully I'll be able to slide that bottom piece out that I just used to hold it in. But I've got to get these in, so that's the tricky thing. It seems like they have to go in at an angle. So, there we go. Now I'm pulling this away. But now I've got to get this out. So how am I going to do that? Oh dear. So now this... Oh, wait. Oh. Yahoo! Okay. So that's the success number one. I think that's mostly all that had to happen to get things going. Now, of course, though, there's these little pieces of bamboo that are just kind of like loose. Whatever. Don't need to worry about that so much now. So now this keeps things still. So now I would do the one on the far side because that's the most wiggly. And I think that once those are in, the other two should be much easier. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. Oh, one's out of line. Okay. Sigh of relief. So now the rest should go in easily. I could have sworn with my other box they came already made, like put together. But I guess the good thing is if you wanted, you could like take one of these out and put your roller balls there. Let me just see if that works. Now, if you didn't hear, this was the product of the month last month. Free Melaleuca with 125 PV before the 15th. Okay, so that's why they don't have it built for you, so that you can build them the way you want. That is nice. And really, I'm probably not going to disassemble these. So, once they're made, it's going to be a good, you know, the frustration will be over, and it's not really frustrating. It's sort of like, you know, go with the journey. It's like a process. Okay, so let's see. We are at, oh my gosh, almost 10 minutes. So I guess it took almost 10 minutes to do this. That's cool. And that feels pretty good. So I guess you can see the struggle. And maybe I'll put in the description something about maybe skipping to the last few minutes to find out how it's done. Anyway, so this goes in here. Actually, I haven't even looked much inside. So that's what it looks on the inside. I don't know if this is like a paper or something, but that's coming up too. Huh. Almost looks leathery, but it's not. So this goes in here. It's funny because I thought I might keep my empties in here, but I'm realizing with, you know, the BOGOs and whatnot, they're not gonna fit. They have to stay separate. So here I've begun putting things. Now I'm someone who I like to know what's the best way of organizing these. I don't know what the best way is, but I'm keeping, I'm sort of like, this is my backup. The ones I haven't used yet, things that have come free with other things like, the Balance, Serenity, and Citrus Bliss. A lot of them came from that thing where if you got 200 PV, you got all 3 of those for free. That's like, I think it's around as much as a frankincense cost. So, in December we got these free for 200, when you spent 200 PV. So between that and getting back the 30%, it really is quite a deal. Like, I had been using essential oils for years and thought that these were just overpriced because I did not know all these ways of buying that actually make much more sense. And what was the other thing? Oh, the community. Like, before, I was just on my own, trying to learn about essential oils here and there, telling people about them, but I didn't really know where to steer them. But now that I've found Doterra, I have a whole thousands and thousands of people, that I can contact to say, hey, what do you use, this one for? Like, there's a free one that I still am not 100% sure how to pronounce it. I've heard people say arborvitae, arborvitae, but either way. So now I'm going to put some stickers on more of these BOGOs and fill up the BOGOs into my wonderful, awesome bamboo thing. Now, I highly recommend this. I'm really enjoying it. It's going to go on the desk. It's pretty darn smooth. I like this bamboo thing. It's pretty light when it's not full. Oh, I didn't show this part. So, I just moved things when I tilted it back. But in the front here, it holds the roller balls, and then these are the regular ones. So here are going to be the ones that I use and that are in use, opened, etc. This will hold either, I should show. These, I have some of the regular size ones here just because I have, more of them. I put a beadlet here, they kind of fit, but it holds these, the 5 milliliter ones. I guess you could do it there or there if you want. Your choice. And the roller balls. So these will be the ones I've got in use. And I just love this thing. So that's why, I wonder if I should even get one for the office. But to me it makes sense because for like $15 more than the one that only has one drawer, unless you really, really want the short one for some reason, I mean, that might be good too, but for only $15 more, you get a whole other drawer which holds all these extras. I think in total this holds almost like 90 or something. So if it's practically a third to a half more, well, it would be, I guess, a third if it's the big one, half if it's the small one, extra storage for only $15 more, yeah, it's pretty much worth it. So, I highly recommend it. This is Larissa, Happiness Archaeologist, coming to you from the land of building Doterra boxes. Hope you have a great night. As always, love you and stay smiling.